Alright, we're talking about the 9 shots in golf today. Some people call it the ball flight laws. We'll just demonstrate here the possibilities of what the golf ball can do with regard to the path of your swing, and we'll use the noodle and also the club face. Now, we should explain that most of the direction of the golf ball or the shot or the outcome is influenced by the club face. So as the club gets faster, it gets up to about 85%, but most of the direction is influenced by the face, not the path or the direction of your swing. So if your ball's going left, you don't necessarily have to be swinging left, but you can be pretty sure that's what the face is doing. Okay, now our possibilities for swing direction are we can have an in-to-in swing, we can have an in-to-out swing, and we can have an out-to-in swing. And with the golf club, that would look like, so the swing shape would be either in-to-in, from inside to outside, or from outside to inside, that being the outside, this being the inside. So ideally we'd like to see, not too much of either. If it gets too much in either direction, then the ball curves too much. Now then we've also got the influence of the club face. So the face can be square, so hopefully I've got that pointed pretty much at Steve there. Down the line, looks pretty good, Steve?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a neutral or square club face. Then you can have it pointing to the right or open. You could have it pointing to the left or closed. Now, there is other possibilities as well, which make it even more complicated. You can then have a club that is too flat, and the ball, you can see the face, even though the club face is still square, the ball would go to the right, and if you have a club that's too upright, the ball would go to the left. Now, something that makes it even more interesting is loft influences how much offline it goes. Now, I've got a wedge and a 5-iron, and if they were both too upright, the wedge goes much more offline than the 5-iron, and if they were both too flat, same thing, the wedge would go more to the right than the 5-iron. So loft and incorrect lie angle can also influence direction. Now these things, that's why you need to come and see Steve or myself, because not many people really understand the ballistics of impact and understand really what's happening, and we can use the flight scope to find out exactly, but a trained eye's got a pretty good feel for it. Alright, so we've also got your golf swing has a low point. So it goes up, down, so it comes down into the ball, hits the turf hopefully, and then goes back up again. So it has a low point. Now, if you change the direction of your swing, in to out moves the low point too early, out to in can move the low point too late. So, and that's obviously going to affect your contact. So a lot of people that top the ball, and the ball has overspin and runs that way, it's because the low point is before the golf ball, and then they collect the equator or the middle of the ball and send it that way. We really want to have a downward strike that makes the ball spin backwards, and then the ball's also going to spin up into the air and go nice and straight, particularly if it has mostly backspin. So they're the possibilities: out to in to out, in to in, and then with the 3 club face opportunities to be square, open or shut, and the difference in the lie angle, there's at least 9 shots that you're capable of hitting if you take out the top, or say that the top's one of the straight shots and then there's a shank. So you could say there's even 11 possibilities. But anyway, if you come down and see Steve and I down the range, we can certainly take out probably most of those shots by just correcting the club face. If you correct the club face, because that's the main influence on the ball, and at least the ball starts to go in the direction of your swing. If you're swinging left, the ball goes left. If you swing right, the ball goes right. If we match those two up, it's much easier then to also change your path and get it more neutral.